For 40 years I've taught children to read. For me it's a point of honor. I always say when children can read, then another world opens. You can listen to stories and get a lot of information from television, and in recent years from the internet, but there too you have to read.
Sometimes I don't know how to behave in class. What can you do? What can you say? But especially what can't you do or say? Sometimes you can barely breathe. But I cannot make myself invisible, can I? It always requires balance. Due to the constant demand of having to provide support, there is always someone in the classroom. So I'm there during the good and bad moments.
This is all very well, but the support workers keep a close eye on our actions. It is also not easy to have all those people in your classroom. In theory, everything should work, but to make it work in practice, that's something different.
I really like her. Somehow it's very easy to work together. No is no and yes is yes. That's different from how it is with other teachers. I do not have to be glued to Kobe. I can walk through the class and help other children.
But what's your position in class? Do you work with the group, or with the child, or with the teacher?
Teacher Ida is with Peter. Maybe it's the wrong page. I can show him the right one. I can already find the numbers below here, 1 and 5.
One more minute and then she's gone. Then I can stay here for a while. It's still raining outside anyway.
I can still remember how it was with Jason. His third grade teacher said, "You can't do anything. That boy cannot count and cannot read." But he wasn't stupid. So for 3 months during lunch break he came to my classroom. I started at the beginning, repeating letters again. I had made a reading board. Children should be able to see that words consist of letters. And yes, he could do it. He became one of the better readers in the class.
D for that, dog. D for that, from that, dog day.
I remember when Kobe started at this school. Both the teacher and the principal had warned us. You can't easily work with Ida. She has a very controversial teaching style. Well, that's the least they could say. In the beginning she had a very clear opinion. With someone with autism you must be very strict and use a clear set of rules. But this doesn't work for Kobe. We actually managed to coach her and how to build a relationship and how to deal with the strictness of the rules. I can still hear her say, "He's rewarded for his disrupting behavior or not wanting to work." She really thought that all the adaptations were unfair. We had to say over and over again that it's not the same as rewarding him.
One with autism, one with ADHD, 3 with dyslexia. As a teacher, you must also be a psychologist and speech therapist. Actually, everything and everyone at once.
Tap, tap, tap. My watch. My previous one was more beautiful. It was bigger and a light. Inge has no watch. Teacher Ida is the one made of gold. Just a little one.
You can close your eyes. Can you also close your ears? I don't hear anything. Nothing, 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 nothing. No, I still hear her.
Do you know the wonder in their eyes when they make the connection between letters and words? Then they start playing around with them. That's why you teach. Sometimes in the supermarket I meet an old student and then they say, "Ah, Teacher Ida, you taught me to read."
Teacher Ida is stupid. Teacher Susan is sweet.
She's also so much older. It's still a matter of being polite. How can I say something when she's so experienced? She has many, many years of experience.
Many years of experience? Many years of experience? In teaching, you learn the most by doing and experimenting.
There is no 1 or 2 on my watch. I have to tell them, "Oh no, Anna must gone. Anna must gone."
At lunch break, I'll be the goalkeeper. Logan is not capable. How many goals were there yesterday? 1 from Jason, 1 from Vince, One from Emma. 3 goals. I'll be the goalkeeper.
It starts with not reading, but where does that end? Behavioral problems, difficult students, aggressive students? It really challenges our resilience. Sometimes it's depressing that you give so much with so few results. It's never good enough.
I don't want to go to another class. I still know the principal proposed I teach another grade. But I said thanks, but no thanks. Who would let them read? I know the in and outs of the first grade. They come into my class after kindergarten, and at that age they can't do much. They really need to learn everything from the start. But I do not take them by the hand. They have to immediately jump into the swimming pool, while I stay on the side, ready to rescue them if they need it.
Inge. Psst. Psst. She's not looking.
She can hardly see small steps or the efforts that someone makes in their work. Kobe had made a beautiful drawing, really beautiful, colored within the lines and with so much intensity. When he was coloring, you could see the tip of his tongue poking out of his mouth. I complimented him and motivated him to go to the teacher. When he showed his drawing, she answered with, "Why did you only use 2 colors?" I'm glad I wasn't raised like that. At home we got applause when we worked for it. Learning goes hand in hand with falling and getting back up.
Teacher Susan is stupid. Teacher Ida is sweet.
Actually, everything in the later years of primary school seems annoying. They think they know things better than the teacher, and the fantasy is gone. No, I prefer to stay with the little ones. At the end of the first grade, you do not recognize them anymore. They have grown, their teeth have changed. They can read, count and write. That's growing up.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed how she acts towards the children. Last week Kelly fell off her chair and she yelled at the whole class, "It's a pity you don't have a hole in your head." How can she act like that? They are so small.
Yes, how can she? But what do you actually have to say about her?
I don't know if I'm on the right page. Maybe I can look at Stacy's book, but I can't see it. I better be quiet.
Maybe there's something more going on. Dyslexia, a mental disorder, dyspraxia or ADHD. Would we not take a test? Measuring is knowing. Measuring is knowing.
Inge. Psst. Psst. She's not looking.
I see that with Kobe too. He sometimes has Inge wrapped around his little finger. According to the specialists, he shouldn't be able to read. It has been a matter of continuing and being persistent. Kobe already reads a lot of words, especially the word teacher. He knows that very well. He misleads them all.
But don't you have to look for the capabilities of all children? That's oh so hard. As of January, the children who can write beautifully get a pen, and all the others will still have to write with a pencil. Kobe is no exception. Everyone is equal before the law.
Everyone is equal before the law. Everyone is equal before the law.
Inge. Psst. She's not looking. Inge is not allowed to go to my house anymore. I do not want to wash her car anymore. Inge cannot come to my house anymore. She may not come to my birthday party.
Where is teacher Inge? Is she not in class?
I sometimes feel like teacher Ida's accomplice. I look the other way, or when they come in, I put the children back in the corner. But what can I do?
But Peter will understand. He knows there's no other way. He knows you cannot do anything else.
All I come across is potential reading material, so my class is really full from the bottom to the top.
A good teacher takes something out of you instead of putting it in.
Maybe I can check with the other support workers to see how they would respond. Or maybe I can consult the special needs coordinator. Or otherwise maybe I can take Peter with me when I work with Kobe.
But Inge, you're a good person. We all recognize those situations and we put a hand on the child's shoulder, preferably when the teacher does not see it. You just have to learn to live with it. This is what happens at schools.
They say they don't learn much in public schools. In the early years, we had to compete with the Catholic school, the elite. I always went on home visits to talk about our school because that's the best form of advertising, from person to person.
My watch doesn't work.
I'm so tired too. Year after year, it doesn't become easier with all the meetings and work groups. And at home with Mum and Dad, I also have a lot of worries. I don't feel my legs anymore.
Being a teacher means multitasking, doing all the work. But for somebody like Teacher Ida, fin de carrière, it's unchangeable.
Teacher Ida has strange shoes, clogs. I hope she doesn't step on my toes.
She doesn't really care about the others, like the performance she made the children do for the school party, a song from the old times that nobody knew. It didn't match with the theme of the party at all, and she really made the children practice it again and again. No one seems to tell her this is not okay. They laugh with her. The classroom in the school corner is her territory, her domain.
They also don't ask if they can do anything. They think Teacher Ida, she does it all, and she handles things her way. If this is how it is, then it will always be my way.
My way, my way. But is there only one way?
The 1 and 2 are gone away. Perhaps I have to tell Inge. Where is she? Oh, back in class.